What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Today was a good one for me. So it's Monday here, July 26th, and I'm up $689 realized at the end of the day here. So I'm happy with that. Now I am holding, I'll do a recap on my position with NAOV. I was holding that. It was a short position, and it looks like it's finally changed paths and it's going in a better direction for me at this point, but I was pretty nervous about that one, so we'll recap that at the end. But let's talk about what I traded today and how my performance was. So first off, I got one trade on TYME initially, had some trades on it a little bit later. SGRP was another one I traded. Switched over to BTBT, that was a Bitcoin related company stock, and they had a huge pop today, so I traded that. And one trade on NXTD, but it was mainly BTBT and SGRP. So let's look at those real quick. SGRP, what a chart here. So this is the daily chart on it. Let's look over. I'd like to cross-reference and look at the yearly as well to kind of give a longer scope view. So as we know here, looking in the past, look at these. We've got these two prior days where they really popped and took off. And that was kind of what I was expecting with SGRP. Now I realized we couldn't rip way past those levels, but it might be some resistance there. And turned out that was the case. We got to push all the way up to 780 or 385. Sorry, 385, and it actually double topped here. It went for another run and stopped right there. So that was that on that one. I did trade, let's see, I got quite a few trades in on it, and I pretty much traded it, I think, all throughout here, and then again on the long side. Wasn't expecting it was going to blow through this whole area here, but it did. Pretty impressive. So it went up. I forgot what the total gain on it was today. I think almost 100+%. Could be wrong on that, but maybe pretty close to it. So traded that quite a bit and did pretty well on it. Today with the performance, take a quick look at this. I had a nice run up. I right out of the gates was able to start making good scalp trades, and from there I had some big winners, which happened fairly quickly in the morning. Took me all the way up to $506. I faded from there, went up to 402, but then back up the hill. And this is where I took a ton of scalp trades. And I felt like I was just kind of getting to that place of kind of sifting where I go up and down and just kind of go sideways a bit. So I wasn't making much progress there, but eventually pulled through, got up to $711, but then a quick drop off again. And anyways, ending the day's up 689. So let's take a look at, after SGRP, I took a look at TYME. Started making a few trades on this because it seemed like SGRP was fading, and I wanted to move over to the next, what I thought was potential. And TYME was a good one, but it was a little bit choppy, didn't have as dramatic as an upswing to it. So I traded it in a few spots, I think up in here and also in this zone in here. But it eventually faded the rest of the day and just kind of went way downhill. Let's look at the yearly. So yeah, on this one, I know they've posted some pretty interesting news. I think it has something to do with cancer treatments, medical company. So as you can see in the past here, what was it? In February this year, the thing just absolutely exploded and went up to $5. And didn't know what to expect for today, but it had a nice pop. Not as big as obviously the one in the past, but still a pretty good run for some opportunity. And from there, that's kind of where I stopped quitting this one when I just started seeing it going downhill. Switched over to BTBT. This was the Bitcoin related stock. There was some news on it. Catalyst, let's see. Bitcoin mining deal with DigiHost. So something in regards to, Bitcoin mining. But that was the news on this one. And I traded a bunch. Now, I am actually still holding a position to the short side here. As you can see, BTBT, I'm up only 3% on it. But what happened today was I traded it all throughout this kind of big run here and took a bunch of scalp trades. A very impressive move here we had, going all the way up from, let's call it 585, up to 848. So pretty impressive move. I got a little hesitant on some of these areas where I thought it might be the backside, like the turnover, but it was impressive in the sense that I just kept pushing through. But there was a couple times I traded in here and got chopped out a little bit, but was able to put a little bit of green on the table. And this was impressive here that it pulled through, made another high, and they just kind of continued. So what happened to me is at one point I decided I thought it was going to be the backside of the move, and I hopped in. So my average cost on this thing, I'm in a short position on it. Average cost 808. So where did I hop in at for the short? Have to go back and look. I think it was actually in here. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a time frame real quickly for you guys on this. I think I also I don't remember if I added to it. Okay, short here, 808. What do I got? 500. Oh, okay. So 500 shares. Yeah, this was at 1405. Okay, actually, yeah, it was earlier right in here. So as I noticed, it rips up, but then hits this spot here at 847, kind of resistance. And then I decided it kind of broke down right here. I thought it might be the backside of it and it would drift off, but we didn't get that. Anyways, I went into a short position, 500 shares at 808. And I've been holding. So as you can see, it kind of went sideways, then it ripped up, went sideways again. We had the fade off. I thought this is the point we were kind of, might be done for the day. It corrected and had a huge nether run and kept holding all the way through. So we got all the way up to a high of 940. I got a little bit worried on it because that was way too far to hold. I should have sold a little bit earlier when we had this sell off, and just didn't take the opportunity because I thought it had a lot more to go down. Either way, at the moment, come on, chart. It's after hours. It has drifted off, sold off quite a bit. So I'm still holding this, and I'm looking kind of for, as you can see, this level here, 764. We had 774. And this area right here after hours, 765, where it's kind of forming a base, but I think we might have a potential to, if we retest it again, I think we might break past. So I'm going to hold this short and see if we can break it a little bit more after hours. It could form, possible support line there and go higher, but I don't know. I feel like it's been kind of through its run. And if you look at the yearly chart, here we had a massive move, but since then it's drifted off. So I don't know my confidence really in this company. Once again, I just trade mainly for price action here, so I'm not too concerned. And most of these, small cap stocks that trade like this, they go up, they have their runs, but they eventually come down. But don't want to be in this for a long time. So either way, I'm looking for it to, go downhill and go back to what's trading on. More like, we've had so many of them. SGRP, perfect example here. Now, of course, this is a different stock. I don't think it's a Bitcoin stock. Let me see the news. I don't know what kind of company this is. Either way, we get these stocks where they just run up big time and eventually come right back down to where they were trading at. Look at that. Complete up, complete down. So I was hoping that a little bit more for BTBT, but it might take some more time for that. Or it could, create some support here and go off for another leg tomorrow. I don't know. Either way, that's the position I'm holding right now. And yeah, so currently up 144 bucks on it, but it could turn on me. Average cost is 808. Might go, I don't know. I could add, you know, if it does go down, I could add a few more $100 on the day, hopefully. And that's kind of where I sit with that. So that's pretty much a wrap for my trade recap today. Pretty decent performance. Maybe I should have left a little bit earlier today. I always tell myself that, like, you know, when I reached this $500 point, I could have walked away. Thought there was more on the table, and there was, but it was a kind of a rough trading for me from there. So was able to put on extra money, but I don't know if it was completely worth it. You know, sitting in the chair the rest of the day instead of going on into my other, you know, stuff of enjoying the day. But hey, a couple out of, you know, 100 extra bucks is always good. So that pretty much does it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. Let me know how you did on your trading today. Love hearing from you guys. So make a comment below and let me know how it went for you today, what you traded, if you're green, if you're red. And that'll pretty much do it for me. So make sure to subscribe if you want to continue watching the journey on this and see how I can do with this account. Anyways, see you tomorrow, and that's it for now. Take care.